What's up guys, welcome back for another Monarch discussion video. We are getting a new field spell for Monarchs. The card is called the True Monarch Dominion. The card is in Crossed Souls or Crossover Souls, which is the OCG name if I'm not mistaken. It's a field spell, so that's interesting. It has three, the field spell has three separate effects. Let's take a look. While you have no cards in your extra deck and all monsters you control are tribute summoned monsters, your opponent cannot special summon monsters from their extra deck. So, the first part, you can't have an extra deck, so while you have no cards in your extra deck, that's again a huge restriction that Konami is giving Monarch players in general. Like previous support cards and like the Vassals from the last video, Konami is pushing Monarch-oriented decks from having no extra deck at all, or preventing them from using their extra deck during a duel. And that's something I don't like. Then again, if all monsters you control are tribute summoned monsters, your opponent cannot special summon monsters from their extra deck. And that's actually something very good. If you look at the current top tier decks, if you're looking at Shaddolls, Shaddolls need their extra deck, same for Burning Abyss. It also stops pendulums in some way. If you look at Glyforts, they can't pendulum summon from their extra deck, so the first effect is actually very decent. Then again, it has a huge restriction that you need to control at least one tribute summoned monster, if I'm not mistaken, so you need to protect your face-up Monarch, for example, and that's not easy if you look at the current metagame. Then its second effect. If a tribute summoned monster you control attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 800 attack during a damage calculation only. So it's the second effect is quite decent. A small extra attack boost. Its last effect, on the other hand, once per turn you can reduce the level of one monster in your hand that has 2800 attack and 1000 defense by 2 until the end of this turn. So very easy set, very short set. If you have a Mega Monarch in your hand, you can reduce its level by 2 until the end of this turn. So pretty much you can get your Mega Monarchs on board for one tribute monster instead of 2. Which is again very decent, but I think all in all the field spell here is decent at most. The first effect is of course very good. Your opponent cannot special summon from the extra deck, so no Exceed summon, no Synchro summon, no Pendulum summon in some way, so it does hinder the current top tier decks, Shaddolls, Burning Abyss, Satella Knights, Glyforts and so on. But on the other hand, it has a huge weakness. It's a field spell, and we have a lot of spell and trap destruction in the current metagame. We have Mystical Space Typhoon, for example, Dust Tornado, Spell Shattering Arrow, Fairy Wind, and so on. Yeah, to hit the face-up cards, you know. I think that the card is decent at most. I think it might have a place in a tribute stun oriented deck, but on the other side, it's obviously that you can't play this card if you're playing the Treeborn Frog engine. If you're playing Frog Monarchs, this card doesn't have a place in that. But you might play it in something like a tribute stun deck. Again, stun your opponent, prevent them from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! But I think this card is decent at most. It might be gimmicky with your Vassals. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, or at least I'm hoping that Konami is giving Monarchs more support in the future, that where we can use this card, the field spell, and the Vassals at full force, at full power. But yeah, anyway, guys, if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, any opinions about this card, you can always leave them down below. Guys, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. ElectricMudkip signing out. Peace.